so excited to have you. I'd like you to introduce yourself for our viewers who doesn't know who you are.
Thank you so much, Ms. Claire. So my name is Clara Medina. I am owner and educator at Modern Beauty Studio. I am an AAM Platinum trainer in New Jersey. And I am a new master trainer for Beauty Angels. And I'm so excited. And I want to just say thank you so much, Claire, for the opportunity. I have been watching closely, like through the WhatsApp group and everything, how everyone actually communicates. And it truly, truly is a family. I've never seen anything like it. I've seen like other organizations, and honestly, I have never seen such a tight-knit community that you built. So thank you so much.
Yay. Wait. Browse by Nereida says congratulations to you.
Thank you, Nereida. Thank you. It's exciting. It's good. It's exciting. I love it.
So get to know you even more. How long have you been in the PMU industry?
So in the PMU industry officially since 2016, I became AAM because I live in New Jersey, one of the most difficult states that we have to do this.
Yeah.
So of course, I was kind of like in other states just dabbling to see if I liked it. And 2017, and then till current, I have my studio now for 3 years. Prior to that, I was actually working elsewhere in somebody else's studio. And I love it. I used to complain about all the strict guidelines in Jersey, but I appreciate it now. I really do, especially with like so much going on. And that brings it to, it does. And it brings it to your topic that you invited me tonight, which is hygiene and regulations.
Right. But wait, I want to know more about you.
Yes.
Before you started permanent makeup, what did you do?
So, surprise, I was actually a corporate finance manager.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what made you jump like to permanent makeup? And what do you do? Tell us, do you only do permanent makeup? Do you do skincare? Do you do microneedling? What do you do?
Yes, I do. I do permanent makeup and also skincare. The reason that I started was I was in I went to university and everything, got into finance. I was managing accountants, which was like the most boringest thing ever, but I was used to it. That's what I went to school for. And then my husband and I, we were trying to expand our family. We went through IVF and all of that. And the doctor's like, I was managing over 400 accountants, which was like the worst. And I was the only female in yeah. So you can imagine how hard it was. Jeez. So I eventually retired and decided, you know what, I can't stay home. It's not really like for me. So then, I started like dabbling into, let's see what else I wanted to do. I always did eyebrows since I was like 8. My mom and my aunt, for some reason, they used to trust me with doing their eyebrows at 8 years old. And then the rest is history. And I do all permanent makeup. I do microneedling and fibroblast. I do not train on those two, especially fibroblast. I've been asked to train people on it, but I just don't feel comfortable training yet.
What is the regulations on that?
On which one? On the fibroblast? So it really isn't any regulations yet. It was mainly like a European technique. And when they brought it over, I want to say I've been doing it now for 2 years. Yeah, year after I opened my studio, 2 years. And there's no regulations because technically we're not going in the skin. So there really isn't.
So many horror stories, like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's why I don't trust training anyone doing it. I actually did, a lot of private trainings. I flew to Canada for it and everything. But there's just no regulations. The Board of Cosmetology and Estheticians, they are trying to get it regulated.
Regulated, yeah. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
But so you started for skin, or did you start?
No, I started just doing eyebrows. I started with microblading and then the fundamentals.
Got it. What does your husband do?
We have a family business, in the auto industry. Yeah.
So he's not in this business. No, sometimes,
I wish. And that'll never happen. But I wish. I mean, I see so many like husband and wife teams that they grow ridiculously.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a lucrative business, and if I had you, but he's like, nah, not having it.
Sometimes it's better to have separate, I think, honestly, but
Yeah. He's happy.
as long as he's happy, So tell me, what made you want to join Beauty Angels?
So the number one thing with Beauty Angels, everybody always asks me, they're like, would you ever join any organizations, any other companies? I've actually was asked, and I just didn't want to. What attracted me to Beauty Angel was that it's very independent. And after speaking to you, going back and forth with you, I really felt comfortable with you. So the Beauty Angel, I love your platform. I love what you built. It's insanely amazing. I love the community that you built as well. And I get to keep my brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like in other companies, they literally suck your brand. And so that's why with Beauty Angel, you have an amazing platform.
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
Your art, and I see your artists, they're like amazing.
Amazing.
And
yeah.
You are the original microblading. Yeah, we all know that. So you're the original teacher.
It's crazy because when I see the students, like I was talking with Kenneth Santana Studio in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
I shared his work, with the lips. We launched our new lip pigments.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Gorgeous
the one.
Work, by the way.
It is really, really great. I mean, he has so many pictures, and I said to him, Kenneth, excuse me, I said, I want you to share with me like some of the works, so I'm gonna share on the social media. And he sends me 2 pictures, and I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. He goes, Claire, this is not my work, it's my students. I swear. I said, what? No way. And he goes, you know whose lips these are? I go, whose? He goes, my brother.
Oh my God. The picture that you sent, that was his student?
No. The one in the group that I sent was his.
Okay.
But you know what? We should actually feature. They're really, really beautiful.
They're amazing. And the pigmentation is sick with that pigment that you just created. It's amazing. I was like, is that like, that was healed though, right? The second picture. It looked like it was healed.
I don't know which one was the guy.
Yeah. That there was the side by side picture.
Let me tell you, when the way that he does it, I've never seen such a thing. Almost it looks literally the same when it's first done or healed. He has a lot of pictures. Talk to him.
Yeah.
The technique, he calls it the S-lips. He's building a course actually now for Beauty Angels, but he's been teaching it. And I mean, I can't believe how beautiful his students are working. I can't believe it. It's very, very beautiful. But he also uses, I think in that really, really dark lips,
mm-hmm.
he used 2 colors. He used the tangerine, but he also mixed it with peachy pink, which is like a very light.
That makes sense. The color that came out, it makes sense. It's gorgeous. You know what? I will definitely take that course with him. I'll definitely take that course.
But right now, he doesn't teach online. He only teaches in Rico, and he's always out. Like he just follow him what he does. It's crazy. But yeah, maybe we should do like a workshop for masters, like I'm trying to do for the nanostrokes.
Yeah, and also, you know what, the pigmentation in the lip color that you have, the line, it's very, very good. Based on that picture, I was like, wow, that's amazing. I was pleasantly surprised. Oh, hi, Jenny's here. Hi, Jenny. Nanika.
Yeah, she's going to go to Puerto Rico. I know. Yeah. He's so freaking good. Hi, Jenny. Okay, so I want to start talking about our subject, which is, I think it's a huge subject, and sometimes it makes me crawl out of my skin. especially when I'm in different countries, honestly, like when I was in Turkey, where I'm from, like hygiene is so poor in, but here too, like in Mexico also, here in US, you know, I see it. And I'm like in such a shock. Like I was in Turkey, you know, at a very big trade show, and we have people coming in and they're asking questions. Can you believe this girl asks me if the pigment ring is one-time use? I swear.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
that's insane.
It's insane. It's insane. But I've heard other crazy things, like in some other countries, that when they're doing courses, literally they blade the one person and they go to the other person and they, I swear to God.
I've seen pictures of that though. I've seen pictures and videos, and they're proud of showing that. I'm like, what's going on here? Nanika's like, Clara's on it with hygiene. Oh my goodness. Because I'm a fundamental trainer, of course, I'm like OCD about regulations and guidelines. It's insane.
Right. Yeah. Look who is here. Santana Studio. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I think that's Kenneth. That's the Kenneth way to write. Oh my God. Hey girls.
Kenneth, your work is beautiful.
To Kenneth, to Puerto Rico. Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm tired of seeing people wipe freshly done brows without gloves. Oh my God. Yes. 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 That's so horrible.
Jenny's gonna join us soon. She's gonna join you.
What? Who? Ink by Jenny?
Yeah, she's gonna join. I was talking to her today. I was talking to her today. She called me as soon as I announced it. She called me. She's like, I'm on it, so I'm happy.
She'll be so happy.
Yeah.
I mean, our support is like beyond. You know, I'm so proud to always say, as Beauty Angels Academy, we have over 1,000 five-star reviews.
Yeah.
Not clients, students.
Mm-hmm.
And I feature it every Tuesday on my Instagram, and we feature it every Thursday on the Academy Instagram. We keep featuring, you know, featuring the master's reviews, you know, the reviews that came to me or whatever. Like, it's amazing. Who has that? No, I don't know any other academy who has so many reviews, honestly.
I can say that there, I can honestly say that there isn't. I can honestly say that because I have actually looked into it, and I'm the type of person that I always like review and feedback and everything. And you guys are literally like the real deal.
That's it. But I think it's so important to teach hygiene. Yes. And I'm very proud to say we have a whole hygiene section. Mm-hmm. In every Beauty Angels course has a hygiene section, you know, and they have to take a test. I mean, again, for the New Jersey, it's different. You have a very strict regulations there, which is amazing, but not every state have that.
No, you know what? I think Idaho is one. Oh, you broke up.
I feel like it's my responsibility to put a very detailed hygiene section into every course that we have.
Yes.
You know, because, you know, today I have a personal message, like a DM, and I met this girl also in Turkey, and she's asking me, how can I sterilize my tools? So I said to her, well, the only way to sterilize is with autoclave, and it's very expensive. But the thing is, in countries like Turkey, Mexico, Iran, like, you know, like countries that don't have a lot of money, or they don't charge a lot for the treatments, they use like the metal multi-tool. You know, I mean, we sell it, but I mean, even on our website, it says it's only meant to be used with autoclave. This is not, you know, if you don't have an autoclave, you can't use it. But I see people like putting, you know, like what
wrapping
is that?
Wrapping it like
that. And I'm like, you guys, like, that's not okay. You may think it's okay, but I mean, I guess I see the point. It's better than not having. Like, it's like wrapping, you know, we wrap the machine. So I see where that comes from, maybe, but I don't know. It's like weird.
Well, this is the thing. One funny thing that I don't know if a lot of people know this about the autoclave, at least here in the United States. The minute you register, you have an autoclave and your Board of Health sees it, they can go into your place randomly. They do not have to let you know anything when they're coming in, just to inspect it. And if it fails inspection, you have to call all your clients because they don't know when exactly it fails. So this is why disposable, guys, it's much better. Like Claire's saying, the metal microblading pens, for example, they're not good at all. If you have an autoclave, it's going to be an issue, and it's so antiquated. Why would anybody use that anymore when you have disposables?
Well, plus you have to hold a journal. Is that what it's called? Like spore testing. You have to do spore testing. You have to send it to the laboratory. It's like a pain in the ass. I mean, look, I have a master who does that. You know who does that? Is Tessie Reynolds from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
She does that.
She does the autoclave?
Yeah, she has an autoclave and she does that. And, you know, it's a choice. I mean, if you want to do that, to me, it's like a lot of work. And I feel like here, especially in the US, in Europe, in Canada, we charge enough money that I think a client deserves a disposable tool.
Yes.
Look how beautiful our disposable tool is. It happens to be here. I do practices here. But you want to know something crazy? Really crazy. You know, when I was in Turkey, I was talking to a friend of mine. She was actually my first friend in the US, but she didn't stay here. A year, I came here as an au pair. So a year later, she went back to Turkey. And her father passed away. And I had no idea why he passed away. I don't know why. Because, you know, she's there, I'm here. We were in touch, but not like so in touch. So I asked her, I said, what happened? Like, why did he pass away? Can you believe why he passed away? He contracted hepatitis.
Oh my goodness.
From a injection.
Yeah.
Because he used to boil. You know, they didn't have back then, like years and years.
Oh my goodness.
Disposable. You know, when I first started microblading, we didn't have disposable tools. So what I'm supposed to do? I used to actually put it in a barbicide. You want to hear a crazy story? What happened to me? You're not going to believe this. This is a crazy story. So I go to Serbia to masterclass, and they came out with this new tool that was called the Fibrows tool. It was something that you press it, and it makes you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It was
I still have it in one of my boxes somewhere.
I hated it. I almost blinded somebody. You know how? So I did it, but I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I have another client, like a few hours later, I put it in the barbicide.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I didn't have it. Well, how else you do it? I didn't know. It was the industry was super new, Clara. We didn't know. I didn't even know. Nobody told me about autoclave and blah, blah, blah. So I used to put it in a barbicide.
Oh, wow.
So then, which by the way, would kill, but it's not like the proper way of doing things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I take it out and then I put it on my next client. And then she goes, ow. I go, what? She goes, I felt something that is in my eye.
Oh my gosh.
I go, your eye? I said, I didn't do anything in your eye. I'm on your eyebrow. Do you know this freaking spring? It had a spring. The spring pushed, then the barbicide water went in her eye, and she started freaking out that it's like burning her so much.
Oh my gosh.
I go, okay, calm down, let me look. I look at her, and I literally, no joke, I swear I shit my pants. Because I look here, and I'm like, holy shit, this is eating up her eye.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know what to do. And then she looked and she started freaking out. I said, oh my God, one thing that I knew, thank God. I said, you need to flash. So she's like, flash, flash, flash for 30 minutes. Kid you not. I flashed her. I was so scared. She's like, it's not burning anymore. It's fine. First of all, as she's flashing, I go and I read the back of the barbicide. You don't want me to tell you. Then I
say?
The more that it could cause like permanent damage, like
The cornea.
And I am never. And I'm like thinking, oh my God, I probably blinded this lady. My career is over. She's gonna sue me now, and all this like movies are it's going in my head, and I'm like, oh my God.
And then you have to kind of like keep your composure, not to freak them out even more.
This is the funniest part. I think maybe like 45 minutes went by and she's totally fine. I'm not. I'm like this. She goes, okay, we could do my eyebrows now. And I'm like, I don't know. I said, I don't know if I'm at a, and I didn't eat all day. I was so big.
Oh my God.
Like one of the first ones to do my microblading, and I didn't have time. So I didn't want to turn down all this money. So I took her like at like 6 o'clock, 6:30 at night. And I'm like thinking, now it's like 8 o'clock. I haven't even had lunch. And I'm like shaking like a leaf, thinking that I blinded the lady. I ended up doing her eyebrows.
Okay. Did you get good pictures that day? I hope you did have
good pictures. Of course, I always took pictures. And I always teach this too, that they need to take pictures before, after, all these things are super important because it's under like regulations and hygienes. We have a whole section in the course. And we always, I always say, first of all, every state has different regulations.
Yeah.
I think it's very important, and I don't get involved when people ask me, oh, I'm in Kansas, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, you need to call the Department of Health,
But this is not what I
talk about New Jersey. I'd love you to give us some input on New Jersey. So is it New Jersey, the AAM? Is it only in New Jersey?
No. The AAM is actually national and now international, but
but like regulation, AAM.
That they need it. New Jersey, I think Massachusetts needs it. I think it's Massachusetts. One of those places around there, they need it. A few other states needs it. I think I heard. Not Houston. I forgot. There's a few other states that need it. Maybe a total of 5 states that really need it. And I think they're Ohio. I'm not sure. There's one that's even stricter than New Jersey. But Claire, this is my thing with the whole
South Carolina very, very strict too. South Carolina.
Yeah, Jenny says Massachusetts definitely. So this is why the students should regardless go with a credible organization, even if your state isn't strict. One, you're getting, for example, like Beauty Angels, the AAM. You know that you're getting properly trained. You know that you are, for example, like the Beauty Angels, they have that whole hygiene platform. So I kind of always tell students, listen, you yourself have to do your research and do the right thing, even if your state doesn't require it. And because at the end, if we start getting
certified, you're certified.
Exactly. And not only that, and in the end, Claire, if let's say like everybody's going rampant, oh, my state doesn't need it, but then they start having a lot of a lot of issues with the consumer, you don't think that the Fed, they're going to start regulating us in general, and it's going to affect all of us. So I think it's everybody's responsibility to just do the right thing, go through a credible educator. And one thing, for example, in New Jersey, the only people that the Board of Health recognizes to train are AAM Platinum trainers. Those one-day courses that if the person's not a one-day Platinum trainer in New Jersey, it's not recognized. And it's because, you know, it's like one day courses, people that, let's say that just got certified and they're like, oh, I want to go and teach.
Yeah, true, true, which is very sad because in our industry, they take the course and 4 months later they're teaching, you know?
Yeah, and they don't teach the hygiene part. I mean, I've seen
Ah, they don't have hygiene.
Yeah, they don't teach anything.
They don't know hygiene. They think it's no big deal, you know? It's
They
very
think it's disposable. But with hygiene, listen, even when you're mapping, you wear your gloves. I've seen so many artists that they actually map without gloves. I tell my students very simple. Think of every client that sits at your table as if, let's say, they were HIV positive, for just to throw it out, just to throw an immune system out there. It doesn't matter. Oh, but they don't look at it. Doesn't matter. You have to treat every single client like that to protect yourself and protect the consumer, the client.
right. Even, you know, like in Florida, when you're doing facials, you need to wear gloves too, by the way.
Oh, that's good. In Florida, can permanent makeup artists do microneedling?
I think so. But you know what? I honestly don't know because I always been an esthetician. I was esthetician first, you know, so I'm not sure.
Can estheticians do microneedling in Florida?
Yes.
Okay. Here they cannot because
Mm,
the estheticians, they fall into the cosmetology board. We fall into the Board of Health. We can break skin and they can't.
true. I've heard that. I don't want to give wrong information, honestly. I don't do it. I don't even, you know, do facials anymore. I don't, you know, I don't do microneedling anymore. I used to do it when I had my salon, but I had both license, so I'm not sure, honestly.
Benosh says, in California, not. Okay, in California, don't.
The not what? Which one?
They say in California, I guess they don't need Banash, I'm sorry, Banash. Do they allow estheticians to do microneedling or not? I think she is saying no. I think.
Oh. Oh, that's so funny. Did you see this? Santana Studio says to you, Clara, girl, you're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, Kenneth. And Kenneth, I love your work. I saw those lips today. Goodness, they were incredible.
Sick, right? He's
Oh,
so
okay. My friend Jessica says in California it is allowed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we love Tessie too. Love them. Da, da, da.
Tamsin, who's a beauty angel, right? I think Tamsin's a beauty angel. She says MN has an advanced aesthetic license you have to microneedle.
Oh, okay.
Hello. So this is why also that in the end, it's like you're saying, the artist technician needs to, don't go by, you know, whatever you read online. Call your Department of Health and see, verify the regulations in your state.
It's the only way, honestly. I don't go by what people say because they give you wrong information. They don't always know. I had a health department on Monday and I asked, okay. Got it.
Okay, Tamsin in Minnesota, Mississippi, PMU artists and tattoo artists are not allowed. Oh, that's different. Okay. Ivan says, hello from the other side of the screen.
Hi, Ivan.
Who's that?
Hi, Ivan.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think if you are going to be breaking the skin and you don't know good hygiene, you are not going to follow good hygiene, don't even get into it, to the industry, because honestly, I always say this, forget about the other people's risk. What about you? Like, you risk your own life. You have kids, you have a husband, or you have a wife. Like, don't you worry about your own family? Like, bring stuff to your own family. You know what I mean? Like, if you get infected, then you could infect your spouse.
Yes.
It's terrible.
And you know what? If ever, and I've heard these stories that, oh, my machine pricked my finger through the glove. You need to stop. Stop, rinse off, and stop the procedure. Do not try to glove up again and redo everything, because at this point, you could have already, you know, contracted something. So that's another, these are little things that artists, it's like you're saying, if you're not going to follow or even understand this, don't get in permanent cosmetics.
Don't, because it's just, you're gonna risk your own life and other people's life, and it's not right, in my opinion. And I think it's like drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Like drinking and driving. That's not right, you know?
And you know, another thing, that the consumer, which are the clients, they don't know these things. So this is now something when it comes to marketing. Whenever you hear people say, like, educate, you know, your audience, this is something that you can educate them on. Literally, it's very simple. We already know the rules. Put it on a post, and guess what? The consumers actually will appreciate and respect that. So that's
more aware of it.
Yeah,
you should bring awareness to the consumer.
Yes, and they will respect you for it. They will actually go to you for it. I actually had a client in the summer, I think like 2 summers ago, I think. She called me and she was talking about like hygiene, and I explained it to her, and I told her it was in the summertime. She's like, do you recommend doing microneedling? I was like, honestly, if you're gonna be in the beach, I don't recommend it. Just wait until September. She called this other place, gave her the complete opposite information. Guess where she landed? She came back to me. I was like, how come you chose me? She said, I appreciate your honesty and your education. So
there you go. You know, always be honest with your clients, be honest with your students. You know, I'm sure some of the people here are educators too. I think it's the biggest gift to yourself and to others, like, to be fair. You know, I think in our industry there is so many people that provide very poor education.
Yeah.
And they raise, it's like, you know what I feel like? I always like doing analogies. It's like druggie, you know, 2 druggies having a baby. Do you think they should have a baby?
No.
They shouldn't have a baby.
No.
Those people have no business having a baby. They're not okay. They're not okay. And then they have babies like them. So it's no different. All these people with bad hygiene, bad work, teaching, you know,
Yes.
and then they're producing all these messed up artists.
Yes, and the cycle continues. And
Crack
this is
babies. Crack babies. I love that. Right. These are true. Crack babies. Crack PMU babies.
You know what? I actually love that term. I mean, I don't know if I would use it too much, because then everybody will hate me for it.
That's funny.
But this is something that I've always preached, and I always say, listen, it comes down ultimately for the peers in the industry to educate, lead by example. You know what I mean? I do see tons of, like, you know, trainers are like, oh, you can train, and you're already knowing that the person shouldn't train, the person doesn't know hygiene, anything like that. So we educators should lead by example.
That's right.
And that's it. Just lead by example. Hygiene regulations, everybody has different states. You got to find out what regulations you have in your state, and use disposables. I love disposables.
I love disposables, honestly. I can't even imagine my life without disposables. But you know what? If you're not going to use disposables, then please do yourself a favor and get yourself an autoclave. Don't rep that shit. That is, you know. Hello from down under Australia. Wow. Hi. Envy my brows. I will envy your brows. And following high standards.
Yes.
Ah, that's great. Yes, it is our duty. Follow that.
And again, I'm gonna keep stressing this. If your state is not regulated, at least get trained by a reputable company, because you know that you're going to get the best training possible.
But sometimes, you know, people go with the cheaper option, and it's not always the best option. You know, in Spanish, they say lo barato sale caro. The cheap ends up being more expensive.
Oh,
And
what's your Spanish?
I speak Spanish.
No, I did not.
Ivan knows que yo hablo español. Yo hablo español muy bien y también puedo educar en español.
Wow, I'm impressed.
You speak Spanish or
Yeah.
no?
Yes, I speak Spanish. Yeah.
There you go.
I speak Spanish. I don't know about training in Spanish yet. I would need because I am like an OCD person, so everything has to be exactly. And if I have
hard.
Yeah.
I was able to give a Spanish removal course in Mexico, and I was like, wow. I was like, really not easy for me, but I do it. I did it in Turkish, and I'm from Turkey. You know, I grew up, like, my mother language is Turkish. But the funny thing is, like, it's how you get used to, you know, I took my courses with all the permanent makeup in English. It's so hard for me. Like, I don't know the terms. Like, even I didn't know how to say blade. How do you say golden ratio compass? How do you do that? Like, you know, you don't know.
In Turkish, because in Spanish, for example, like one English word can have like 3 different meanings.
In Turkish,
the same. Okay. That's where
we
I
have
get
a
kind of
Turkish
confused
girl.
sometimes.
Canan Mirçiçek. Merhaba Canan Hanım. Nasılsınız? They are so shocked when they hear me speak Spanish, Turkish, you know. Next I'm gonna pull out Chinese, imagine. I love languages. I love traveling. You know, my biggest dream, Clara, is, you know, to have, well, I don't really teach that much anymore because I'm leaving the stage to you guys. But when I have more time, which I'm gonna make, and I promised my husband, and we're gonna start traveling. And now we have trainers literally all over the world.
Do you have any trainers in Spain?
She's looking for a Turkish training. Bana mesaj yazın özelden. Tamam. Yardımcı olacağım
You
size.
said to send you a message?
Yes.
Did you say that to send you a message? I understood message.
Yeah.
Oh, you live in New Jersey. I live in Jersey.
Oh my God.
It was meant to be. But I'm not Turkish.
You should go to Clara. There you go.
Yeah, send me a message.
Hats.
Yeah, send me a message.
And I love hats too. You know, not just regular imaginary hats. I like wearing hats. I like wearing bandanas. Just saying.
Do you have any educators or artists in Spain?
You know what? I had one girl, and then through COVID, she quit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she couldn't. Yeah, she didn't really make it. But no, if you have anybody or you want to go teach.
You know why? Because there's this restaurant in Spain that is 300 years old, and everything is still intact. The recipes, everything. So I was telling my husband, I'm like, we need to go to Spain because I need to go to this restaurant.
You know, my sisters are from Spain. That's how I speak Spanish.
Your sisters, you said?
My ancestors, years, they migrated from Spain to Greece and then to Turkey.
Oh, wow.
That's Spanish. But I'd love to go to Spain. I've never been to Spain. I'd love to go to Spain.
Well, if you do like a class or anything out there, I will join. I will be happy to join you.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Wow. Oh my God.
How about New York? Flawless Eagle.
No. You could read. I'm reading.
Oh.
I'm looking at my notes for you.
So, hi, Jamaica. Hello from Jamaica. How about New York?
Who is from Jamaica?
XOXO doll. Nanika, of course I'm going to bring you with me. She's like, take me with you. Of course we're going to bring you with us.
Spain? Yeah. Are you in New York? Who?
I'm in New York. I'm in New Jersey.
Right.
But you do have a trainer that comes, I think, monthly, Monique Garcia from Browtique.
Yes,
Brow Aesthetic.
we have, but she's not in New York City. We have Celine Deep. She's in New York, but she's not in the city. Like I want to say maybe an hour away from the city.
And listen, you can always come to my studio. I'm just literally like 30 minutes away from New York City.
Exactly, not far.
Yeah, so it's right there. I've actually, you know what? I've actually certified several students into the AAM from New York.
Yeah, of course. I mean, New York, New Jersey, I feel like it's the same thing. But New Jersey is big too. It depends where in New Jersey, but you're not that far.
Yeah, no, New Jersey. I am what? I think central. I think I'm central. I like where I'm at. I used to live in the city. I used to live in New York. I used to work out there. As you get older, you kind of want peace and quiet. You want the suburbs.
Oh, you know what? Especially after COVID, like New York really, really changed, honestly. Like it's very scary. Like even maybe it's better now, but my husband is from Long Island and he has friends that have business. Like he has one friend, Steven, he has a jewelry store in that street where all the jewelers are. I don't remember. What street was that anyway?
On Canal?
No. This is like it's like a jewelry exchange, real jewelry.
Yeah, let me see. I think where is it? Nanika, where's in the exchange for the jewelry? Because I remember I used to go there. Nanika's like not
60 some street. I don't remember. But he told us a story. I was like, oh my God, like the homeless were becoming like super aggressive. Like, yeah. And he's like a built guy.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, you know, like pushing him, hey, give me some money. Like, and he was like, Scott, that never happened before. Like, I've never had that before. Like, you see the homeless, but they don't even touch you. They're just there normally. You know what I mean? And they're becoming like really aggressive. Hopefully it's changed. I don't know.
So it's the Diamond District, Jenny and Nanika.
Yes, Diamond District. Exactly. Where is that?
On 49th Street.
49th Street. That's right. 49th Street. Yes, that's where he is. Zell Jewelry. If you need to go to the good guy. You need diamonds. You gotta be my diamond.
So Glenn's originally from Long Island then?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He doesn't have that Long Island accent, but my husband really has a strong Long Island accent. Yeah. Like wherever we go, oh, you're from New York. And he's like, yeah. He's like, he can't run away from that accent. What is going on? Like, wait, we have some. I would like to take the tattoo removal, but I recently paid $7,000 for a PMU master course. You could take, honestly, the removal course. We have even a course with the Petite Angel kit. It's like $5.99, and you get like 2 sets of removal. It's not expensive. It's really very, very reasonable. Long Island is another planet.
I don't have the courage to drive to Long Island anymore. I haven't been to Long Island in, I want to say 20 years.
What? Really?
The traffic is insane to go to Long Island.
I didn't know. In
the summertime, it's pure hell. My son actually has a soccer game, and it's in Long Island on tomorrow. I said he's not going. At 2 p.m. we have to be there. Do you know the traffic at we would have to leave here at like 10 a.m. to get there at 2 p.m.
No way.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Wow. You're not missing anything, she goes. Well, I don't know Long Island, honestly. Scott took me to where he grew up, which is Merrick, and South Shore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it North Shore or South Shore? I don't know. That's how much I know. I will do it soon. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome. You could just DM me anytime. Traffic is nuts here. Okay, hold on. I want to look at my notes if I missed anything, because we're almost at our time, what are some things that are more strict than in other states? Well, we talked about that actually. Oh, how did you handle certain situations with regulations and hygiene?
I just followed the BBPs. I followed the, the guidelines.
Yeah.
It was very easy. A lot of people are afraid like of getting the Department of Health and the inspection. It literally 5 minutes. If you have all your ducks in a row, like for example, in the AAM, we actually have a list of this is what you have to follow for hygiene. That's it. So if you, again, it all stems from the education that you originally get. If you get the proper education, you're always going to follow the proper guidelines.
You want to know something crazy that we have here?
What?
Before you do anything, you have to sanitize the skin. So basically, even if you draw with a pencil,
yes,
you
no, but that's actually like normal. You're supposed to do that. You know what I tell my clients?
No. After you draw the shape.
Wait.
Yes.
Actually, so then you have to remove the shape?
Well, I guess what I do is I draw it, and then I use a marker pen. I have to mark it.
And that's in Florida? You have to do that? Oh, you see, that is a guideline that we don't have. Thank God.
I'm sorry, but come on. So stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But
and this is the thing. Let's say, for example, maybe they're thinking like, well, it was an eyeliner that you used, but this is the problem. The pencil when you're done with every client, guys, clip the point of the pencil and resharpen it with a
allow that here.
So what are you supposed to do? Throw out the pencil every single time?
Yeah, I told you. Actually, I don't even show the pencil because I'm supposed to clean the skin. How am I gonna draw the freaking shape and then clean the skin after?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Wow, that's great. That's insane. What microshave removal method is better on darker skin tone?
Shave and alcohol and shave again. What? Shave and alcohol?
Oh, you know what she's saying? Because like when you bring down with the razor, you bring it down, you kind of like keep the shape there.
Oh, well, no, I put the marker pen. I always use marker pen. Always. I never not use marker pen.
We don't do that. I just between every time the pencil, I clip it, discard that piece that was just used, get a new blade, and then just resharpening it.
Hey, I mean, why it doesn't make sense, honestly? Because like you go to get your makeup done. They don't throw away their pencil. They just sharpen it.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Some things are crazy, but when I teach here, I have to teach that. And I guess when I have, students from out of state, I tell them, but I have to tell them the regulations here. So I think it's very important. Here is my point. This is the point I want to make. You need to know what the regulations are in your state.
Mm-hmm.
I know all my regulations here, which guess what? Your state is so strict. I don't know your regulations. I honestly, I have no idea. But if you are teaching in one state, like all the states that I was teaching, I knew the regulations that I never taught in New Jersey. I always taught in New York. And in the city, you have to have, if you're in the 5 boroughs, you need to have a tattoo license.
Mm-hmm.
And that tattoo license, you cannot even make an appointment. You tell them and they give you an appointment. I had to fly from Florida to New York, to take a test in person, New York City. So I know the states, every state that I was teaching, I knew all the regulations. I know that the LA County has a different regulations than San Diego County. Like, you have to know, you guys. If you're an instructor also, you have to be on your, you know, what is it called? Like, your responsibility. It's your responsibility to make sure that you go and study, you know, like, for example, Chicago. I had no idea. Do you know that to teach in Chicago, you need a special license from the Department of Higher Education? This was so crazy. But no, I got shut down. And I was like, oh my God, like when I used to travel, I had a whole department for regulations in Beauty Angels, because we had, you know, all these other trainers that was under me that worked for me, and, you know, I would promote them. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, they shut me down. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Because I was going to a place that had this license, the Department of Higher Education. It's nothing to do with, it's not a regulation from health department. Nothing to do. It's for education.
It's like a temporary permit for you to teach while you're there.
No, you can't have that. You can't do that. It's so strict. Correct.
What?
Yes.
I know I have heard of some states that you just need to, in advance, get a temporary permit, I guess, to teach from the Board of Education. The instructors flying all over doing one-on-one courses need to know that what law. Yes, Nanika. Yeah, that's exactly what Claire's saying. They need to know wherever you're teaching.
It's not right, because you want to know something. When people come and rent my academy, I tell them, every one of your students, doesn't matter whether they live in Florida, they don't live in Florida, they need to take a tattoo license for Florida. I know, that's also crazy, but that's the regulation. What can I do? You know, I can't do anything that is not. And you know what? One time that I did, well, I didn't know, I got reported in Chicago, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I said, the students, whatever it was, I don't remember what the regulations were for the students. I did all that, but this was nothing to do with tattooing. It was about any teaching. Even if you're teaching somebody how to make this shirt, you need to have that license. It's nothing to do with tattooing. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know. I heard about it, and then I made sure my organizer had this, but then I got in trouble because I wasn't giving her certificate.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Illinois is very, very strict. The whole state of Illinois. Very, very strict.
And then Nika's saying there's instructors setting students up for failure because the students don't even know they need to be licensed and not work in their studio apartment. That's 100% true. Here in New Jersey, it is 100% illegal to work in your home, in a hair salon, a nail salon, a lash salon, a spa, a massage place. The only places are a licensed studio, permanent makeup studio, or tattoo studio, a medical spa, not a regular spa, it has to be a medical spa, and a doctor's office. That's it. Everything else out of the—
I tell you, it's different in every state. It's different. So that's why, let's just wrap this up because it's 9 o'clock already. The point is, you guys, whenever, if you're an educator, go study the rules and regulations wherever you're going. If you are an artist, and some of them are traveling artists, don't just go pick up your freaking bag and then start tattooing people's faces. Because then, you know what? It's not ethical. It's not good. And guess what? You're always going to have haters, no matter how good you are. I've never hurt nobody, and I have all these haters. Why do they hate me? Because I'm successful.
Yes.
That's the reason.
And true.
You know what? I see it. I totally see it, and it's totally disgusting because I always still give support to other artists from every academy. Yeah. I tell them, wow, this is a great job, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's so funny. I was telling my social media girls, I go, look, it's so weird. Like, so many people viewed this shit and they don't like it. They don't like it. And they said, Claire, you're a brand.
Yes.
You're not like just anybody. You know, you're a threat to a lot of people and they're not going to do it. And I'm like, but that's not right. I do it. And I'm like, I don't understand that. I'm so stupid. I'm so naive.
No,
and
you know what? Mm-mm. That's why, that's the one thing that I saw about you. Nanika and I are doing this thing on this business training on Sunday. And this is what her and I always talking about this. Her and I are givers. So you said everything that you said, that's how I am. And Nanika and I are always talking about this. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to change who I am to make other people feel comfortable. You know what I mean? They should be confident enough. They should be confident enough to, you know what? It's okay for you to like another artist's work.
But they don't even follow me. Some people, and I'm like looking, I go, wait a minute. She doesn't even follow me. And I'm like liking her shit and commenting. And I'm like, you know what? Then I get angry. You know, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say that, but I'm like, fuck you too. You know what? I'm not, whatever. Then I get angry, you know?
No. Just say, you know what? You're not even on my radar.
Fuck each other. Peace. You know why? But it is what it is. So my point is there's always going to be haters no matter what, whether you're an educator or you're an artist. So I've seen that all the time, like that your next door neighbor is ratting you out for something that you did. You know what I'm saying? So just don't do it. Just do everything right. And that's it.
Claire, what Nick wants to know, what's your sign?
I'm a Taurus. Bull.
My sister's a Taurus. She's one of my best friends. I get along with Tauruses. I think that's what we get along then.
What are you?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, Leo.
Nanika's an Aries. Right, Nanika? Are you Aries? This is how much her and I speak that I'm like, you're this, right?
I'm honestly, I don't know signs very well. I'm not into it.
My mother-in-law got me into the science thing, and I was like, I don't think I'm your typical Leo. I don't think so. A few people have told me that, but yeah, haters are gonna hate. You know, it's just not in the radar. That's it.
Fine, but if you always cover your ass, then there is nothing to worry about. And that's always what I did, honestly, always. And I still do. I'm never going to have one student that doesn't have a license.
Yeah.
Department of Health knows me so well. You know, I do everything like so by the book, you know, and I teach by the book and, you know, and that's, I think, how it should be.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my love. Do you have anything you want to add, you want to say before we go?
So I'm just gonna throw this out here real quick. On Sunday, there's Nanika and I from Color Lab NYC. We're gonna be doing a business training. We're gonna have speakers. We're going to focus on real estate, attorneys. We're gonna have accountants, photography, everything, and you can take questions. You can bring your questions. There is also going to be giveaways. So there's over $10,000 worth of giveaways, Claire.
Stop it.
Yes. I'm gonna send it to you, and it's only $90.
I said stop it, and then you froze.
Oh no! You hear me?
Is it me
so
or
it's
is
only
it her?
$90.
I missed. You know, it's so funny. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. Yeah, you got it now.
It's so funny. Because you said it's gonna be $10,000, blah blah blah, and I'm like, stop it! And then you froze. Yeah. No, then you froze. Your thing froze. Your image froze, and I'm like,
all of our friends came out, showed up to support. It's a season of giving. It's only $99. We're not going to charge more than that, just because we want to, you know, help underserved communities. And we already gave out 10 free tickets. So I will, if you just follow me, Modern Beauty Academy with a DMY at the end, and you can get like all the info. And it's Claire, I'm going to send it to you also. It's really for like, you know, what's the one thing that we don't learn in some of these trainings? The business part.
Tag me, I'll share it. I didn't even know.
Yeah. So that's going to be Sunday. It's going to also be a replay for people that can't make it.
Oh, I was going to just ask you that.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be all these speakers regarding business, any questions that you have as well. And there's going to be so many giveaways. It's ridiculous.
Perfect. Wait. Somebody says
we actually have people here that are going to join that are I got their tickets already. And we gave out 10 tickets to 10 women in underserved community because we want to help them out. Even though it is $100, but it could be $100 that somebody can't really, it'll stress them out a little bit. And we just want to give to the community. That's all it is. I'm a giver. I'm a giver. And everybody knows me for
a beauty angel, just say.
Yeah. And I am a beauty angel. And thank you so much, Clara. This is such an honor. I mean, I am so in love with your program, everything that you've built. And you know that we've been talking for a while now, and it's just amazing. And guys, if you're not a beauty angel yet, really consider it. It's an amazing program. It's an amazing platform, amazing network. And it really is community over competition. I kid you not. Promise you,
that's beauty, what we're about.
Yeah, Beauty Angels is a real family, and they do support each other.
I can't wait to meet you. I know you so well. It's funny. I never met you.
I know.
It's funny because like this happens to me a lot. Like because I'm always talking, and we're always on social media, and when people see, like, oh my God, I feel like I've known you for so long, but it's like the first time you're meeting. You know what I mean? It's cool. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our lives. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're not following Clara, Modern Beauty Academy, go follow her and go to her thing on Sunday. And I'm going to try to be there too.
All right, perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Claire. I love you. Bye.